are on Alien Watch here in Kansas City. Our city cam picking up some strange activity in Kansas City. Are they UFOs? Or just lens flare? Definitely UFOs.
Alright, hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. I've got a lot of things to talk about today, footage to show you, this very mysterious footage that was captured off a local news weather camera. And by the way, something very weird happened to me earlier today. And I know I posted about this on Twitter and Facebook, but on my last video I was talking to you guys about the 9/11 truther, Philip Marshall, who was murdered along with his whole family, and how he was murdered right after publishing a new book exposing the 9/11 World Trade Center attacks. And something very strange happened, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. So this new piece of footage, which was emailed to me by a viewer, it was captured on the KCTV 5 Channel 5 News in Kansas City. And as you're seeing in the footage here, and it was recorded from their tower camera on Wednesday morning. So they posted the video up with the title, Aliens Over Kansas City. KCT5 camera catches unusual light patterns. And as you just saw, they are very, very unusual. These green lights appearing 2 by 2 over the city. And kind of brings us back to our video yesterday where we were talking about these lights that are appearing everywhere. So I'll leave it up to you guys. What do you guys think this is? Is it a lens flare? Is it something more? What do you think? Let me know. Now, here is a very mysterious piece of International Space Station footage of a new UFO, and this was found by the YouTube user StreetCap1. So check this out. Alright, so as you just saw, a very mysterious piece of footage. One thing you can bet money on is that we will never be short of UFO sightings captured up in space on these ISS live cameras. And as you just saw, NASA once again cuts the feed at the end as this UFO begins moving upwards. And of course we go to the famous NASA blue screen, or, quote, signal loss, as they would have you believe. And as I'm watching this, it almost looks as if whatever this object is, it was originally in shadow, and it looks as if the sun suddenly catches it as they are moving around the Earth and are moving more and more into view of the sun, and we see the light begin reflecting off of this object. And if you look at this video, there's some other very strange little lights that appear throughout. It's a really cool piece of video, and kudos to StreetCap1 who found it. Check out his channel. He does a good job finding these things and analyzing them. And again, add it to the pile of ISS UFO videos that we've posted on. Now, we have a new piece of video that was captured over Manchester, England. The man who was recording was trying to focus, and we don't see this object for very long, but we will show you the clip where it appears and we will analyze it, and it's very, very strange. This object he caught moving through the sky, so check this out.
Not a plane. Is it gone? I was watching it for a good old distance and just to put it into perspective. That's a plane. It's gone.
Okay, so this thing was moving. It was way, way up there. So he had trouble finding it and zooming in on it with his camera. But the few seconds that he does zoom in on it, we get a very good shot of a very strange looking craft. It's definitely, as he said in his video, not a plane. And he actually zooms in on an actual plane at the end of the video. But this object was moving at a pretty quick rate of speed. And as we show you these still shots and we're kind of zooming in here, this object has a very strange shape to it. Sort of a triangular shape. So it does look like it has some possible aerodynamic characteristics to it. But again, you can tell by if you would call them wings, they're way too wide. It's a very strange shape. We have this kind of curved triangle with an object sticking out the back of it, and when he zooms in, it seems to take on a different view, a more of a rounded view, as you're seeing here, or diamond-shaped, before passing behind the building here. Now, another viewer sent me some skateboarding footage showing what looks to be a cross-shaped UFO sitting in the sky while these guys are recording themselves skateboarding. So check this out. Alright, so as you just saw here, the skateboarder is heading up, doing tricks, and then in the background we suddenly see this white object jetting into the frame in the distance from the right. It curves in at a very high rate of speed, it looks like, and then stops. Completely stops. And we're showing you the zoomed in shots here of this thing, and it definitely does almost look T-shaped. Or like a plus sign, something like that. But the object stops at a very strange angle and sits there before the camera pans out and we no longer see it. So what do you guys think? This one has me scratching my head, definitely. It's definitely a solid object. The sunlight is reflecting off of it, and it just kind of shoots in from the side there and stops in the sky. And I don't think it's a drone because I've never seen any drones in that particular shape. Nor at such a large size, because this thing looks pretty big, especially at the distance that it came in from. So it definitely looks big, kind of almost the size of a car from the distance. So another very strange piece of footage. Good eye from the viewer who sent this in. Now, I have some updates to some past videos we did. If you remember a few videos back, we posted you some footage captured over Canada of a very large unidentified object. A father and son were driving to work and spotted this thing, and the video we had at the time was very pixelated. It was a compressed version, so I got a hold of the original raw file of this object. Gives us a better view, so go ahead and check this out. So again, as I said in the last video, I have no idea what this thing is. Now, a lot of you said in the original video, why didn't they stop? Why didn't they stop and record this thing? I mean, well, you know, when a lot of people, they're driving to work, you're in the middle of a highway. A lot of people don't have the time to just stop and mess around and film UFOs. I mean, they honestly don't. Some people have to get to work, and it's just kind of hard to stop when you're in the middle of a highway. But they did record this thing to the best of their ability, completely stunned them. And I'm just glad. I wanted to show you this raw file that's not pixelated like the original, and we could get some better shots of this thing. Another favorite word I know you guys love to hear me say. It's massive. It's major, massive footage. How's that? There's a three-piece for you. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Another update to a topic we've been speaking about, these strange circular-shaped clouds that people have been seeing all over the world. In yesterday's video, we showed you some very strange radar readings of these circular objects appearing momentarily over Australia. Well, today we have another radar reading along with some images showing some more of these very strange rings, and you're seeing that radar here where we get a view of the United States, and these things have popped up again, albeit momentarily, all over the United States, over the eastern seaboard. Now here is a new set of images sent to me of, once again, these strange circle clouds, and I'll go ahead and zoom in for you here. And in this shot we actually have two. We have two very strange circular clouds, and in between them we have a straight line. So this one's even more strange than the other ones that just feature the circular clouds. And once again, here we have another image of these strange clouds, circular in nature, that just seem to be appearing. And one other image I want to show you that's very intriguing is this image you're seeing here, captured in Springfield, Ohio. The source noticed this very strange cloud that, in his words, seemed to have windows. And obviously clouds don't have windows. So he went in and grabbed his tablet and took a couple pictures that you're seeing here. And he said that it seemed like there was an object that was sitting quietly in the sky trying to hide itself in these clouds for about 5 minutes before this strange uniform stretch of windows just faded away and disappeared. And here's a contrast enhanced version he sent me, and we've talked about this many times. These clouds are the only thing that will at some points allow these ships that are cloaked up there to become seen. I'm not bullshitting you. I wouldn't. So again, thanks to the source from Springfield. Now, as I explained at the beginning of the video, yesterday I was talking about Philip Marshall, the 9/11 truther who was murdered along with his family, even his dog, all with bullets to the head, after he had published a new 9/11 book about the cover-up, and you're seeing a cover of that book here. So after I did that video, I went on to Amazon. I'm a big fan of Amazon. I order from that place so much, and I wanted to get a copy of the book, because this book is very hard to find. Now, I had read excerpts from it before, but I had never been able to get my hands on it, because once this man was murdered, the publication stopped. You could not find it anywhere. And I went on to Amazon, and there was only like 5 or 6 copies. And the prices on these things range from $200 to $600. That's how in demand and scarce copies of this book are. So I ordered a used copy because I wanted to have a copy. I wanted to read it. It's very intriguing. I wanted to see what this man was murdered over, what he wrote in this book. So I placed the order. I then checked my Amazon a little bit later, and I got a notice and an email from Amazon saying that the item had shipped. So everything was good to go. The book was on its way. So this morning when I got up, I received an email from Amazon saying that the $200 and some that I had paid for this book had been refunded. Amazon was refunding it to me out of nowhere, and I had no idea why. So I checked the email, and the email said, and you're seeing kind of a screen grab of that here, and it said that it was basically being refunded. It didn't give any details, and the only detail that it did give in this area here, it says, here's the breakdown of your refund here, and it says that the reason for refund is, quote, account adjustment. So This obviously struck me as odd and kind of pissed me off because I was excited to get this book. And I got on the phone, called Amazon, and was told that yes, indeed, the item had been canceled, the shipping had been canceled, and that I was going to receive a refund of my almost $300 that I had paid for this book. And I asked her why. Why was I getting a refund? Everything was fine. The order went through. The item had, I had gotten an email saying that the item was shipping, and she said she didn't know why. She said the seller, for whatever reason, canceled it. And then she further revealed to me that the seller of this book, who, by the way, had over like 3,000 reviews on Amazon. So this guy has been on there for years selling stuff. He's a reputable dealer. And she said not only was the item canceled by the seller, but that the seller no longer has an account with Amazon. So in a nutshell, I went on, and of the few copies that are left of this book, I ordered one. The order was canceled. I got a mysterious email saying it was being refunded, and now I'm told that they don't know why it was refunded, and that now the account is no longer existing with Amazon. And it's just very strange, because I talked about this man in my video yesterday. The man was murdered. The man knew he was going to be murdered. He was very paranoid, and he published this book. He was a well-respected airline pilot, known by many people who have said that if there was ever a respected airline pilot who knew what he was talking about, it was this guy. And he was killed after he put out this book, and apparently now the book that I ordered is not coming. So, you know what I did? I went back and I ordered it from a different seller. Had to pay a little bit more money, but like I said, there's only like 5 copies of this book online that you can find, and they're all pricey. But I highly suggest reading it. Now, you can get an online version from Amazon for your Kindle that you can read, I guess, on your computer. That's only like $9.99, but I don't trust that. I don't know whether it's been edited or not. I just don't trust it. I want the original book. And that's hopefully what I'll get after I ordered it once again from someone else. Hopefully this time it will not be canceled and the seller will not disappear suddenly. So it's all very, very strange. A lot of strange stuff going on. Anyway, check out the book if you can. Read it online. Like I said, I hope nothing's been edited out in the online version. But again, it's called The Big Bamboozle, 9/11 and the War on Terror by Philip Marshall. So again, let me know what you guys think about all this new footage, and be sure to stick around. We've got a lot more coming. A lot of footage is coming in. So hit that like and subscribe button on your way out, and stick around because I've got a lot more coming. Stay safe, guys.